Welcome back to another great collaboration. We're heading to Indonesia. Hashtag Indonesian food.
The Sunday dinner chef will make you feel fine. Sit down, let's have a drink and enjoy the show.
Okay, today what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be making some Indonesian prawns, but these are shrimp. Prawns are kind of hard to find out here, plus they're very expensive. So I'm going to be using these shrimp right here. These are 8 to 12 shrimp to a pound. These are huge, they're colossal shrimp. So I'm going to be using them, and let's go over the ingredients list right now. Right there's shrimp shells that I'm making a stock out of, a shrimp stock, and that's going to be the base of the sauce. I'm going to be using some turmeric. Also, I'm going to be using some thyme. Also, some coriander. Cayenne pepper. Cumin. Also, I'm going to be using 1 or 2 bay leaves. And also some of my pepperoncino, okay, red pepper. And also some black pepper, coarse black pepper. All right, everything is chopped up as much as I want to do it, okay? The tomato, that's 1 tomato, 2 red mini bell peppers, 1 jalapeno, and I gotta tell you, taste a little bit, that's gonna be hot. And 1 onion put up. One thing I forgot to mention in the ingredients list is ginger, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you an easy way how to peel a ginger, okay? Back of a knife, okay? Just scrape it off like this right here. Easy peasy, right? This is a big component in this, okay? If doing my research on this right here. Now this is not curry, all right? I'm gonna make that clear. And then just take that, put it into the sink, get rid of all this. Now this is not curry because I'm not using any coconut milk on this right here, and that's just the way it's going to be. So I'm going to take this now, and this is all going to go into the little blender. Now the only difference here is the cumin and also the turmeric are a teaspoon. Everything else you see in here is a half a teaspoon. All right, so the turmeric and the cumin are 1 teaspoon. Everything else half a teaspoon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start putting in the ingredients in here. Now I'm going to reserve the tomato paste and also the bay leaf that's going to go into the sauce. So actually what I'm doing here is I am making I guess I can put them all in. What I'm doing here is I'm making a paste is basically what it is. The recipe calls for some shrimp paste, it calls for some chili paste, and I just don't have it. And the whole idea is that I'm trying to do this from scratch with what I have, but I'm going to be mimicking Indonesian prawns. There again, we're using a shrimp. So I'm going to put the ginger in there. And what I'm doing now is I'm going to be adding in all the spices. I'm going to put them in. Now, okay, pan's heating up. Drop a little bit of olive oil in here. Just gonna stir this around a little bit here, and I'm gonna be taking, scraping this in to here. Now, I mean, this came out perfect. Now, I was gonna cook everything and then try to cook it down this way. This seems to be a better way to do this. Now, there again, first time I'm doing this here. So, away from you. Wow. Lower the heat down a little bit. We'll put everything together. I'm thinking that this is going to work out better this way because I put my spatula there. I mean, we're just going to simmer this down a little bit. Okay, get all that infused, and then we're going to add in the shrimp water. Okay, to get this cooking here. Okay, had to put a cover over top of it. I don't want to splatter here. Nothing worse than splattering any kind of sauce all over the stove, and just unbelievable. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be getting the shrimp stock right here. I'm going to be adding in a little bit at a time, just to help thin this out a little bit. So I'm going to take the cover off. It's a little wok. You take the cover off, and I'm going to be putting in just 2 scoops of the shrimp stock. I'm going to scrape this off the side here because for some odd reason, like I said before in a couple of my videos, this little wok is great. Stainless steel, it's got a nice heavy clad bottom on it, but stuff seems to stay on the top here. Now, this is basically the consistency I want. Let me give it a little taste here. Oh yeah. Ooh, baby, that's hot. Okay, well, we're going to cook it down and see if we can kind of control the heat here a little bit. We didn't really need any chili paste because that joker, that little jalapeno plus the crushed red pepper really jacked it up a little bit. So now I'm going to be dropping in a little bit of tomato paste, just sort of try to smooth out some of that heat. Okay, I've used this paste before. Okay, where you at? I used this paste before. It was really good. It's got a nice, great tomatoey flavor to it. It's one of the better ones that are on the market. All right, I'm just going to give this a little stir. I'm going to get everything cooked out because you can still taste like the raw pepper in there and some of the onions. So I'm just going to cook this down a little bit, and we'll be back just before we drop in the shrimp. All right, what I'm doing now is with the shrimp, I am splitting them open because these are 8 to 12 in a pound. Some are larger than others, so what I do is I'll just take a knife, split them, and this will let them cook more even. And take the lid off. And give it a nice stir. Yeah, this is coming together really nice. I gotta tell you what though, it's got some heat. I don't know if Marie's gonna like this or not. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm gonna cook the shrimp in here. And but I'm gonna dig into it. Okay. Okay, looks like the consistency I want. This reminds me of a Cajun dish that I used to do in the restaurant. Had that heat to it with shrimp. Still got the heat, but it mellowed out a little. Excuse me. It's still hot. Shrimp going in. Now I only did 8 shrimp because these are pretty good sized shrimp. I like to eat shrimp at one sitting. I don't like to have leftover shrimp because then it's a hard way to reheat them without ruining the shrimp. As you can see there, I got some bay leaf in here. Just gonna let that go. Okay, I'm gonna turn the shrimp over. They're cooking up nice. Just turn these around here. Now the difference between prawns and shrimp, okay? Prawns have a tighter curl here, okay? Actually, it goes up almost like a bobby pin type of shape here, where this one is more or less like this. So there again, prawns generally migrate in fresh water. There are some in salt water. I guess where the rivers meet the ocean stuff, you can find them in there. Also, shrimp are predominantly in salt water, but you do find some in fresh water also. So it's kind of a quirky thing. Taste-wise, I can't tell the difference. All right. Both species are connected to crab and lobster. Okay, so, but I got to tell you one thing: they're both fantastic. So, all right, we're getting ready to plate this. Add a little parsley to it. We're going to give this a try. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Indonesian shrimp, or I said on the title was Indonesian prawns, 6 to 1, half a dozen of another. Let's give this a try. Okay, I'm going to give this a cut right here, and take the one in the center. Around to the sauce. Here we go. This is screaming hot. Wow. Okay. Very good. It's got a kick to it. I added more shrimp water to it, shrimp stock, and seemed to calm it down a little bit more. All right, everybody, listen, check out down in the description below, check out everybody else's contribution to the collab, and I'll see you next Sunday for the Sunday Dinner Chef. Take care, everybody, stay safe.
The Sunday Dinner Chef will always care for you.